Hi everybody, welcome back to Laaleebee Knits. My name is Natalie. I'm a knitter based in Belfast in Northern Ireland, and I share my little knitting projects with you here on YouTube. Hello, hi, thanks for joining. Hi, I've already recorded this podcast. In fact, I spent all day Monday, it's Wednesday now, I spent all day Monday recording it. There were noisy neighbours. I got a new microphone. It didn't end up working. Henry was having a little bit of a meltdown with the postman. So, fresh start. Take 2 of this episode. I know it's been a little bit of a while, but you know, life just gets in the way, doesn't it? Thank you so much for coming back. If you're new, hello, hi. Welcome. It's a little bit scattered around here. Neil's my boyfriend. He has been drumming with his band down in Dublin for the past 2 days. Now, Henry, we're not playing this game today. Put your wee head down, please. Anyway, let's hope Henry just chills out. There, good boy. Put your wee head down. Anyway, Neil's been in Dublin with his band for the past 2 days, so he is wrecked. He's upstairs. I hope you can't hear him snoring, because that boy is a loud snorer. But he's upstairs snoozing, so hopefully I don't wake him up, and hopefully you can't hear him snoring. So yeah, there's not been much going on around here. Yeah, weather's been kind of warm. You know me, I'm not built for the heat, and by heat I mean over 17 degrees Celsius. I'm just not built for it, and it's been warm. It's been like 23 degrees. That's warm for Northern Ireland, and everyone I say that to, they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I'm roasted. Please bring me autumn. I can't wait. Yeah, Belfast has been a funny wee place to be at the minute. There's been a lot of race rioting and carry on going on in Belfast, but it's been really good to see a lot of counter protesters come out in far bigger numbers. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the UK at the minute, and it spills over here as always, because Belfast likes to be the best at rioting apparently. But so yeah, it's been kind of quiet. I'm more in the suburbs of Belfast, so while the riots have been kind of close, I've been able to be a bit out of the way of them. Yeah, it's just something that we have to deal with every summer, is a select few going out and wrecking the place, which isn't ideal. It's not the best. It's not the kind of Belfast that I know and love, but it is just a few bad apples in there. Anyway, enough about that. Yeah, we've been kind of lying low, just knitting away, doing some training. Yeah, not much to report on that front. Henry's just getting himself comfy cozy. So yeah, I think I'll just get stuck into knitting. I have a lot to share with you today, so I think this is going to be a long episode. Did you hear Henry burp? Pickle, I'm trying to record. Okay, he's getting himself comfy on top of the controllers for the TV, so that's, and now he's moved on to a cushion. Is that the shape of this dog? Put your wee head down, Felly. Shape of that dog. Anyway, yes, I've got lots and lots of knitting to share with you, so buckle up. Get a nice little drink. Something cold and refreshing in this heat. I've got my water with me. I'm terrible at drinking water. Terrible. Let me just slurp. Okay. First finished object is a big one. I don't even know if I had cast this on the last time I was speaking to you. It's not blocked, but my ends are sewn in, so I feel smug about that. I knit a Tedster Tank, so I shall I'm not wearing any knitwear today because it is too warm. But I knit a Tedster Tank. Oh, I should have worn it under this little shirt. The Tedster Tank and the Tedster Tee are patterns by Rebecca Clow of Laaleebee Knits. She has a podcast on YouTube. I'm sure you've seen her. I've knit her Tedster Tee twice. The neckline on that is just not doing it for me. I don't know if it's the yarns that I'm using. I'm getting gauge, but my necklines are just off the shoulder, practically. So they're not my favourite. A couple of videos ago, some lovely viewers gave me hints on how to fix that neckline. So I'm definitely going to have to take an afternoon to just figure that out for myself. So I will do that because I do want to wear them. But I decided to give her Tedster Tank a go. And this was her most recent summery Tedster release. So I think she released the tee last year or the year before. This one's from this year. I did very, very short straps because I think it'll stretch as I wear it and get longer. So I figured the shorter the straps, the better. I always have to shorten my straps of my little tops anyway because my shoulders go here. I don't have any. But yeah, this is my little Tedster Tank and I love it. I didn't enjoy knitting it so much because it's a bottom-up top. I have not done very many bottom-up tops. But you start with the most boring part first. So it felt like I was having to get through a lot before I got to the fun part. So, let me just turn my phone on silent. It is the vet. Anyway, yeah, what did I knit this out of? Let me get my yarn. This was a very budget-friendly top. I knit it in Drops Muscat in their black colour. It's colour 17. I think it's less than £2 a ball. 50-gram ball. It is 100% cotton. It's fine for the price. It's definitely not luxury. It's a DK weight. It's definitely not like Pima Cotton. I've knit with Pima Cotton by, it was either We Are Knitters or Will and the Gang, and that's something else that's beautiful. This is fine for, it feels like cotton, like it doesn't feel anything special. But it made a nice top, a very budget friendly top. I bought 7 of these skeins. I used 5.5, so I went into the 6th ball and probably used about half of it. But this is what I have left from 7, so that's pretty good. So what can I make with that? Face cloth? I'll probably crochet it into a little face cloth. It'll be good for taking my makeup off because you'll not be able to see it. It won't look grubby. Yeah, I think I'll crochet it into a couple of face cloths. That'll be nice. Knit it on the recommended needles, I think. What needle is this? 4.5mm. I think that was for the ribbon, so the rest of it must have been on a 5mm needle. Using my nice Chiaogoos. And yeah, my gauge, the pattern gauge, as far as I remember, is a 17 stitch gauge. I have knit this, you know what I'm like with my gauge. I struggle. Every time I struggle with my gauge. Because no matter how many times I do a gauge swatch, when I knit it up, it just changes. So I just started knitting on what I thought it should be and then checked my gauge. I'm currently at an 18 stitch gauge rather than a 17, which means I fit more stitches into the space, so it worked out slightly smaller. But I like the fabric that it made and it fits really nicely. I think the pattern's intended to have a decent amount of ease and I don't necessarily want a lot of ease. So I think it probably has maybe an inch of ease on me, the way that I've knit it, and I'm happy with that. I'll definitely knit one of these again. Now that I have this one and I can see how long this is going to be, this was the boring part because I just felt like I was knitting round and round for ages without knowing really when I was going to stop. Like, I know theoretically it was however many inches, but being able to see and visualize the actual length of that makes it so much more motivating. So I would really recommend that. I really like the fit of it. It's a nice staple for my wardrobe. This is something that I would buy. Like, this is very much a little staple piece. First garment that I've knit in black. I think I've knit Nail a Hat before or something like that, but first garment I've knit in black, and I love it. I love that it is very budget friendly as well. So I think there's a Tedster Knitalong still going on, so I should enter it into that. And the grocery girls also had a Knitalong for summer tops, so that'll be entered into that. That's good. Okay, another finished object is a little test knit that I did for KSA from Hank's Yarn Parlour. So Hank's Yarn Parlour is one of my local yarn stores, and KSA is designing 6 patterns, and I think she's going to release 3 or 4 of them this autumn. So I was test knitting her hat for her. This is a fingering weight yarn. I used 100% superwash merino 4-ply yarn from Skein Queen. Is Skein Queen still going? I think she is. This one is called Ink Pen. And I knit this for Neil. I knit the largest size, and I think I used about 60 grams. It's got a little double brim in case he has instructions on how to do that. Very easy. It looks very neat actually. It's the neatest double brim I've knit. Should I put it on? I'm not really a hat person. I tried it on Neil and it does fit him, which is the main thing. Oh my god, right? Really, I'm not. I'm really not a hat person. Oh, it does fit nicely. This is cute, isn't it? My big old forehead. Anyway, this is the biggest size. I have a huge head, so does Neil. God help us if we have kids. Yeah. On Neil, it doesn't have quite so much give at the top. Gorgeous little pattern. I knit this in 2 evenings. Super speedy. It'll be a really nice gift knit, and it would lend itself very nicely to colourwork charts along the brim. Very nice. Love that. There's another neighbour returning, so if Henry starts, he hasn't noticed. Now he's noticed. It's alright, my fella, you put your head down. Piccolo trickolo. That's my good boy. Put your wee head down. I haven't blocked this yet. I need to. Look how neatly that folds. Love that for me. So that's Neil's hat. He wasn't allowed it until I recorded this podcast. Not that he's needed it, but it will be very soon. I handed it to him to try on, and he goes, "Oh, I love this. Will you knit me in black?" And I was like, no. I've literally just finished this place. Lovely. Can I have it a different colour? Yeah, I was talking to Casey about maybe doing a little knit along with Hanks for her patterns, so look out for that in the autumn. I'm gonna have Casey on the podcast. That'll be fun. So yeah, love that little pattern. I also test knit her hot water bottle cover a few months, maybe was it last year? That'll be coming out, and she has a couple more up her sleeve, so I'm excited for those to launch. And what a perfect little gift knit for those like awkward skeins where you have like you've used maybe 40 grams of it and you like you don't know what to do with it. That's perfect. You know I'm all about stash busting. Okay, I have 3 pairs of socks that I finished. I'm pretty sure you've seen all of these before. can't believe I haven't shown you these finished. These, okay, the first one is my sprocket socks. My beachy sprocket socks. These are by, sprocket socks are by Megan Nodecker. I've knit these before. I knit them last year, and then I decided I wanted a nice little beachy kind. So these are all minis that were in my stash. Some of them I think are from Biff Sugar yarns, and some of them are from my Pixie Yarn advent calendar that I got 2 years ago. This colour definitely is from there. I love it. I love the palette. Love, love, love. And I did, the only modification I did to this pattern was I used a little 1x1 twisted rib instead of a 2x2, because I just liked how that continued into the mosaic knitting here. So I have 2 of these. Yay. Did a little afterthought heel. All good. Get to wear them now. So that's pair 1 done. Need to add these into all the Knitalongs. There's the Crazy Sock Ladies Summer Sock Camp, so I need to add all these in. My second pair of socks that are finished are my Bluebird Cafe socks. These are by This Handmade Life. They're in her Miss Marple collection. I've been reading lots and lots of Agatha Christie this year. I got her, do you know the seasonal book collections of stories that have been released recently? The beautiful hardback covers. I've got all of those except for the autumn one, which I'm going to get in the next few weeks. And I've been reading them seasonally. Love it. I like doing things seasonally. I like knitting seasonally, so I like my summery socks, and I like reading seasonally. I like getting into the swing of things. So this is a beautiful yarn from Lonely Mountain Yarns, Mary Claire. This is the colourway Never Thirsty, Always Drinking, I think it's called. It's a little riddle from Lord of the Rings. And it is a 50% merino and 50% silk, which you can see in the shimmer. Why am I holding the sock upside down? Look how shiny. I did a Fleagle heel, nice little new to me heel. These are knit toe up. And I did a little picot cuff. All I did there was knit normally, and then I did a knit together yarn over for 1 row, and then I knit it normally again, and then sewed it up there. My little picot edge. Love those. I enjoyed the Fleagle heel as well. This kind of heel that incorporates a gusset is something that really fits my foot well. So for toe up, it's a nice toe up version. I got the instructions for that in Summer Lee's sock book, her new one. I'll link it below. Love these. Gorgeous little socks. And this is a mini, but it is like the perfect match. So very luxurious socks. I knit them slightly too long for me. So it's undetermined yet whether I'm going to gift them or keep them, because the yarn is just too special to waste on somebody else. Don't know yet. We'll see. Second pair of socks. Okay, final pair of completed socks are for my Neil. These are West Yorkshire Spinner socks. They're just wee plain vanilla ones with a German short row heel, which I dislike and will not knit again if I can help it. I just don't like it. I don't mind the knitting of it, and I like how it colour blocked these, but I had to sew the corners because there was such a huge gap. I just didn't think it was worth it. I don't think the fit is any better than anything else, to be honest. It was a lot of fuss for not a huge amount of payoff for me. So this is West Yorkshire Spinners, did I say that? In the colourway Bullfinch. I love self-striping. I can't get my head around indie yarn dyers who do self-striping because it's the skill involved in that. It's unbelievable. But I can't resist a little self-striper. It goes so quickly. What's the yarn shop called? Folklore Yarns is my local stockist for West Yorkshire spinners. So if you're local, go in there and have a look at the colourways. It's not superwash merino, which I initially thought it was a superwash, just plain wool. It's not a superwash, so don't put it in your dryers. I do put them in my washing machine and it's fine so far. Fingers crossed, touch wood. So these are little socks for Neil because he was complaining that he hasn't had a pair in a while. Cute. And I do have a couple more of these of the West Yorkshire Spinners socks in stash, so there's more for him to come. Nice. They're too scratchy for my stepdad. Neil likes them, and I have a pair of West Yorkshire Spinners too, and I like them actually because they wear a lot better, and in the winter they're far warmer than my superwash socks. My superwash socks tend to lose shape a little bit, so you have to wash them a bit more to get the shape back. These do not lose their shape nearly as quickly. But I knit a pair for my stepdad and they were too scratchy for him, so I had to knit him another pair in really soft superwash merino for his little delicate feet. So yeah, if you have a fussy man in your life who does not want scratchy socks, these might not be for him. But my Neil likes them, so that's good. Okay, firing through these finished objects. Shall I go on to whips? Let's have a little beverage, a little sip. Henry is adorable. I should really turn the camera around, but my living room's a bit of a mess. But he's just like sleeping like this. Little precious angel. Okay, I'll start with my confession. I have absolutely no business starting this project. No business starting this project. And yet, here I sit. I was having a little look on Instagram. A couple of people have been doing linen stitch crochet blankets. And they're beautiful. And the one that springs to mind is Emma C Makes. I think she did a tutorial on YouTube recently, although I haven't seen it. But I couldn't resist just doing a couple of little crochet squares. Oh, these match my sprocket socks. I just couldn't resist, and I've no business because I have not touched my other crochet blanket in so long. But these feel different. Number one, I'm building up a lot of scraps again, and my other blanket, all the colours done in it, it's just the white that I'm doing. And I just wanted to put some pretty colours together. So I don't really, they don't go together. So I don't know really what I'll do with them. It might end up being a little patchwork blanket eventually, but I just thought this is a nice way to play with some colour and see what the yarns do differently. This was the reason I started it. I'll show you look how different they look between crochet and knitting. They're just so pretty. So yeah, I did some little crochet squares and it's very bold, and who cares? I will eventually do that other crochet blanket. It's just been in the back of the cupboard for a while until I get another urge to get a lot of progress done on it, but that urge has not come recently. So I started another little crochet project. I think I'm doing these on a 3.5mm crochet hook. I think. So that's my little confession. Now, let's get on to some proper progress. Okay. This has been a labour of love. In my Hokey & Co bag, this is the Leith Cardigan by Rebecca Clough. And I have been knitting on this for a long time. One of her samples that she did was a cream coloured cardigan with different textured wools as the stripes, and I loved that subtlety, so I wanted some subtle stripes. I went for 2 separate wool colours, so I'll show you my wool first. I'm knitting it with Cascade Heritage. I can't remember the colours. They're probably on my Ravelry project page for these. They're more blue in real life. They look very purple there. They definitely lean more blue. And I'm holding these with probably mohair from Drops Kid Silk, colour 11. So I'm holding these together and then swapping and holding these together. So the mohair is the constant, these two change for my stripes. And I will show you my progress. I'm at an awkward stage where I have basically, if you imagine the cardigan, I've knit this part and this part, and now I'm knitting the back. So I'll show you my progress. It looks weird. I really should have waited until I got proper progress. But this is what I've been working on. Here's my little progress marker from where I was the last time. So I hadn't quite split the last time. So since I last showed this, I've split for the front and the back. And this is where the sleeves are going to be. And you can see my nice little subtle stripes there. So this is so pretty and soft, and it's taking shape. It has been slow. I just got really bored because it was just knitting long rows and purling, which I don't mind purling, but it was taking forever. So anyway, I've done my front parts. It kind of goes like, it's hard to show how it will be. It will be eventually like this. You're not showing this very well at all. They're on these little barber cord things. I got these off Amazon. These are like, do you know the little bracelet making things? That's all that is. But they're tubes so that I think they're called pony bead somethings. They're big in America. They're not big here. But I got them on Amazon so that I can put my things on hold. So I'm knitting away, covered in mohair. I did see yesterday that the Pigskin Party that Boston Jen hosts is coming back. The 5th of September, I believe, is when it starts. And I joined that last year and really enjoyed it. So I think I'll join again. But whips aren't allowed in that. And it lasts 5 months, so it's a huge chunk of time. So I don't want something to be sitting for that length of time because it doesn't count towards that knit along. So I think that'll be my incentive to get as much of this done as I can before the 5th of September. So I think I have about 4 weeks to finish this. So I think a little deadline will do me good. So that's my Leith Cardigan by Rebecca Clough. All the details of the size that I'm knitting and the needles and the yarns will be on my Ravelry page, so I'll link that below. And yeah, I need to get a move on with this because I want to wear it. It's a perfect like birthday colour for me. I want to wear it and I want to have the needles pretty much cleared for the Pigskin Party. I hate that it's called the Pigskin Party because we obviously don't have American football. It's not as big here. And we would never refer to, like, pigskin makes me think of like getting pig's ears for your dogs from the butchers. My granddad used to do it all the time. He would go to the butchers and the butchers would give him like dried pig's ears for the dogs. It was not for me. So I hate calling it the Pigskin Party, but that's what it is. So now I will be joining that, and I will be trying to clear my needles before that starts. So that's one of my biggest whips at the minute. I have a few sock whips, but I'll go through my non-sock whips. The next one is a little tank top. So I cast off my Tedster Tank, and I was wearing my Totally Tank top by Jessamine Designs. I knit it in like a bright pink last year and put it on for one of the hottest days here. I think it was like 24 degrees, and my house is built to keep heat in, so it was roasting hot. So I put that on, and it was the most comfortable I've been this summer. So I thought, you really need to knit yourself another one of those. So I went stash diving. I'll show you in a wee second, but I went stash diving and pulled out one of my club colorways from Beehive Yarns from last year, her Simple Pleasures Club, called Good Vibes. It's beautiful. Is that not just end of summer? The little gold sparkle, love it. So this is what I pulled out. I shall show you. I'm at an awkward stage. I've basically done all the work for the top. This is the back of it. I've done all the work for the top. Those are obviously armholes. This is the top. And then I just knit as far as I can. So what my plan is, this isn't a one skein project for my size. Some of the sizes definitely are. My size, I think, needs 600 yards. This is a 400 yard skein. So I'm going to knit as far as I can with this. And then what you do is you have some ribbing at the bottom, and then you pick up and apply an edge here. And the last time I did a ribbed 2x2 edge, and I didn't like it that much. So this time I'm going to pick up and do an applied I-cord edge all along here. So I was thinking the I-cord edge and the ribbon can be another colour. So I'll knit for as long as I can with this, and then I'll apply my edge and ribbon. And so initially when I was digging through my stash, I pulled out some leftovers from my fragmentation shawl. This is Bird Street yarn. The colourway is called Ray, and it is this beautiful golden yellow. I thought that they went really nicely together. This colour is definitely in this skein, kind of like the base. So I thought that would be nice as like a subtle low contrast. But then I was knitting that hat, and I just love the contrast between these two. So I don't know what to do. I'm so undecided. So if you have an opinion, leave it in the comments. Whether you prefer, so the blue would be the edge of the top and the ribbing. Do you prefer the blue or the yellow? Yellow or blue? I can't decide. I think the blue makes this look much richer, but it would be a high contrast. Whereas the yellow, it's hard to tell. I don't know what to do. Let me know what you think. I'm not sure. I think I'll know better once I see the top when more of it's made. But yeah, that's my dilemma at the moment. I'm knitting these on, what is my needle size? 3.25mm needles. And my ribbing is on 2.75s. They're all in this little summer Bridgerton bag that I made. I can't remember. I think I got the fabric from Wool Warehouse. Either Wool Warehouse or Lovecrafts. Love, 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 love. Look at the coordinating inside as well. It's beautiful. Love it. So yeah, that is just straight knitting now forever. So good movie knitting. This is another one I obviously want to get off the needles before the Pigskin Party starts. I have a lot of work to get done before that starts. I might get knitting. So one more non-sock whip is my Linea shawl. Now I think I showed this last time. I cast on the Linea shawl. It's been on my Make 9 this year, which I forgot about and had a look at again yesterday. The Linea shawl is on it. It is by Beranger Caillou. That's probably not how you say her name. I will link it below. Not much progress has been made, but you can kind of see where these, am I on the right side? Yeah, where you can see these slipped stitches are starting to create these parallels. I started this with beautiful, yeah, I did talk about this. I started this with a beautiful merino silk yak that I bought in Edinburgh. That was really special to me because I bought it, the trip I bought it on was the last time I saw my friend Joanna. She passed away from cancer last year. So that yarn I had picked up while I was on that trip over to see her. And yeah, it's really special to me. It turns out I'm hugely allergic to it. Now I suspected I was allergic to yak because I had knit with my yak and it was not fun. It was not good. And then I kind of gaslit myself into thinking that you're just dramatic. There's no way you could be allergic to yak. Maybe there was a cat hair on it. You're fine. So I started knitting with this. I broke out in hives. Like, I took such a bad reaction. My face broke out hugely. Part of the reason why this podcast is so delayed because it just was not happy. So I've had to scrap that project. I gave that yarn to Chloe and hopefully she makes something nice with it. Yeah, I'm allergic to yak. So I cast this on with something else because I do really want this shawl. I think it's a beautiful, elegant shape. This has been in my stash for a long time. This is Baby Alpaca by UK Alpaca. I think I got this on Lovecrafts, maybe Wilburhouse. I think Lovecrafts, but it was years ago. This is called French Navy. It's beautiful. It's so soft. I bought it initially for a jumper. It's 80% baby alpaca, 20% Tusa silk. I initially bought it for a jumper. They're little 50-gram skeins, not knowing that the jumper would not hold its shape and would stretch out hugely. It's not a good yarn to knit a jumper in on its own. So the jumper didn't happen. I knit my granny a shawl out of it, and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skeins left. So I'm knitting myself a shawl out of it. Not much progress has been made. That's kind of been on the back burner because it takes a lot of thought. Like every line has different instructions. So it's not a memorizable, easily memorized. It's not easily memorized. So that's on the back burner a little bit, but it's just a nice cozy project. And I do think at some point in the Pigskin Party they let you do like a month of whips for some points, so maybe that. I'm not too worried about finishing this before that Knitalong starts. It's in my little beachy bag that I made. This is the most recent bag I made with some Liberty fabric. Love, 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 love a seasonal bag. So cute. So that's all my non-sock whips. 40 minutes in and I'm not finished my whips. Okay, I've got some socks, and then that's me. And I've got some things that I purchased. Because I was very bold. Okay. One. Oh no, I have a finished object. So the last time I recorded this podcast, this was a whip. And then the recording didn't work. So I finished it last night. So actually, I have another finished object. Just very impressed with myself. Very smug. Now, these little cuties are the Gelato Socks by Charlotte Stone. These are in her, what's the book called? Charming Colourwork Socks book. And I've knit 2. These ones are blocked so you can see the colourwork's a little nicer than these ruffly ones. But so this main colour and these were a sock set from Giddy Aunt Yarns, who are now Inspiring Yarns, called Old Rusted Gate. I think it was one of their sock club colourways that I got at one of their markets. I snatched it up immediately upon sight because to me it looks beachy. This feels like the beach and crabs and shells and then the waves. Just feels beachy to me. So I had some little minis knocking around, perfect colours, and whipped these up. Love them. Now I was talking before about knitting colourwork socks that fit my little chubby legs. These fit. I'm delighted about it. So I cast on in my usual magic loop method, and then the pattern makes you increase a little bit and change your needle size. So this is 2.25, changed to a 2.5 millimeter needle, but I also changed to a 9-inch circular. And I've since found that 9-inch circulars, my gauge is crazy different on 9-inch circulars than it is to magic loop. So the 9-inch circulars themselves give me a bigger circumference, plus I went up a needle size, plus I added stitches. Means that these fit. They look weird. You can tell like the tension is very different, but they fit, and that's all I need. That's all I want. My life is little socks that fit my chunky little legs. So I'm delighted with them, and I finished this one yesterday. So I've got my little themed stitch markers. This one is actually an earring from a company called Marshmallow Avenue that I found on TikTok. And then this one is from Hanks. Oh, right, turn it around the right way. Little ice cream sundae. So, yay! Another finished object. 4 pairs of socks. It's a record. And these were in my matching little seasonal bag with the little seashells. Adorable. But now I can get rid of all those scrappies can go in my crochet blanket pile. Okay, good. That's those done. 2 more pairs of socks to show you. These ones, I think I've shown before. These are my little shorty socks. Knit in a... Have I shown these before? I think I have. These are knit in a Lonely Mountain Yarns sock set called Seaside. You see the end of summer theme. I just knit little shorties. I actually knit these on DPNs for Yarnia's sock bingo. Love. Perfect mini combined with the stripes. Gorgeous. Love these. Perfect 10 out of 10 donuts. Perfect. Did a little heel flap and gusset. Did a little, I think maybe 8 rows before started. And these are my perfect little shorty sock. I don't like shorty socks that like slip under my heel. I like them to have a little bit of an ankle on them. So that's one done. The other one, I have added my heel. That's me sort out my DPNs. Added my heel and done all my decreases for my gusset, and now I'm just straight knitting till my toe. So these I want to get done for 31st because that's the end of summer sock camp. And sock bingo with Yarnia. So they're on their way. Not much to do. The DPNs are slowing me down a bit, but it's nice. I like the different technique. I actually quite like knitting on the DPNs. It's more mindful. With the magic loop, I just zoom and don't really think about it. So, one sock whip. Last sock whip. These are my August socks for the Grocery Girls sock bash. And they're my last sock for Yarnia's sock bingo. So with Yarnia's sock bingo, you only have to get a bingo. But there's a special prize if you fill the whole board. And I am an overachiever and I want to fill the whole board. And this is the sock that will complete the board for me. So these are the Guernsey Sweater socks by Summer Lee. They're in the Hello Sailor sock set. So you can't buy it on its own. As far as I know, you buy the sock set. Look how cute these are. Little cable down each side. Little pearl details. Got my little matching macaron. That's from Chapel View Crafts. And the sock set that I'm knitting this out of is another Lonely Mountain Yarns. This one is, I've got a little, look, I love her labels. Beautiful. This is called Dreaming of You. 75% merino, 25% nylon, 70-gram sock set. This makes me think of Cinderella. So, love that my macarons match. Love everything about them. I think they're the coziest, cutest, gorgeous socks. These make me think of like mermaid tails. So yeah, this is the first sock. I haven't done the second sock because it is a pattern. Once you learn the pattern, like I don't have to look at the written pattern now because I've learned the repeat. So that's good. But a little bit slower. Definitely have to look at my work. Can't quite read. Well, I can kind of read because all the doings happen on the same row. All the doings. Anytime you have to do like a cable or a pearl bump, it's all on the same row. I quite like that. When Summer Lee writes patterns, she writes them as someone who knits socks and knows how to make a pattern easy to memorize. I nearly said memorizable again. So that's my last whip. I feel out of breath. That is my last whip. I need to finish it in August, so these are going to take priority. These are taking priority. The other socks will be done. And then my Leith cardigan is going to take priority because that's a big project that needs to be finished. 48 minutes talking about my projects. Let's go through my acquisitions really quickly. I hope you can't hear Neil snoring. Okay, I got my July club from Beehive Yarns. You know that I get the minis. This one is based on Betty Draper. I can't really show you the picture, like spoiling the yarn. That's a little info picture. How gorgeous are these? They're gonna stay in stash a little while. I don't know what to do with them just yet. I think they'll probably be colour work. Maybe little colour work socks. Gorgeous. Love those. Love that for me. Okay. And then so I got a refund for something. I can't remember what it was, but it was a refund that I wasn't expecting. And anyway, I got this refund and I thought, oh, well, I had already spent that money. So technically, I could just buy something else with it. And it's not like spending money. Girl math. So I ordered myself a little sweater quantity of yarn from Bird Street Yarns because I could not resist this yarn. I'd been looking at it for weeks on their website. I was like, I need a jumper in that. I need to knit a birthday jumper in that yarn specifically. And then it arrived as I was knitting my Leith cardigan. I opened it and I was delighted, and then I realised it's the same colour as my Leith cardigan. It's the same colour. I'm not cross about it. So I got 5 skeins of this. I had in mind Jessie May's Cozy Classic Raglan Light, because I've knit that before. I definitely only need 4 skeins for that. I bought 5 just to be on the safe side. It's definitely looking more purple on screen. It's bluer tinted in real life. It's called Beauregard on 7525 Superwash Merino nylon, and I love it. And I'm gonna knit a jumper with it. Haven't decided yet. I probably will do the Jessie May one because I do love that pattern, but I wouldn't mind something with a bit of texture instead. Because I've got the extra yarn, I could do something textured. So I think that might be my first cast on of Pigskin Party. I was going to cast it on, and then I realised that I was going to cast this on after I recorded the podcast that never was. And then found out about the Pigskin Party yesterday, and was like, oh shit, can't cast that on, it'd be too big a project. Think of the points. I won a prize. I think I won 2 prizes last time, so it is definitely worth entering. Very, very fun. So 5 skeins of this. Love it. Love Bird Street yarn. I would bankrupt myself buying their stuff. It's their social media. They put, whenever they do a speckle, they have a suite of tonals that go with it. You could do the most beautiful faded project just with their Instagram photos. Like, you could just shop one of their Instagram photos and do the most beautiful fade. Maybe that's what I'll ask for my birthday. Neil keeps asking. My birthday's in September. She's a Virgo. And Neil keeps asking me what I want for my birthday, and maybe I want that. They're doing beautiful autumnal stuff at the time, right now. Hard to resist. But I need to find a pattern before I order yarn. That's my rule. I need to have a plan for it. If I'm going to order that much yarn, it has to have a plan. So that was my big purchase for this month. And then I was in Hanks chatting away to KSA, and I just felt like I needed some solids for my stash. So I picked up some Coop Knit Socks, in their fingering weight. This is Superwash Merino 7525, and this is, I've knit so much with this. Perfect for socks. Perfect for loads of things, and it's actually it's a commercial yarn, but you can see the colour differences in there. I'm sorry, it's a bit fuzzy. I wonder if I hide. Does that focus it? Does that work on my iPad? No. Anyway, you can see the colour variations in that. It's beautiful. So I'll tell you what the colours are, and I'm terrible at naming these. This one's called Citrine, of course. This one, Ruby, cute. Malachite. I've knit a pair of socks in that before. And the green one is Peridot. Peridot. I don't know. But I just thought I needed some nice tonals to mix and match with some minis that I have. So that's what I got from Hanks. What else did I get from Hanks? I got another sock ruler because I lost mine. Where is it? Do you know where it is? It'll be in my sock bucket. My sock box. It's the one place I haven't checked. I lost this sock ruler. Could not tell you where it is. Bet you it's in there. I'm looking at it now. Anyway, bought a new one of those. What else did I get from Casey's? I got something else. She has this beautiful alpaca wool in from alpacas that are reared in Northern Ireland, and I need some. It's beautiful. She's got some samples knit up in it, and it's gorgeous. You have to go and have a little look. Okay, we're under an hour. That's good. Thank you so much for joining me. That was a lot. That was a lot. So my goals for next time are, oh my god, my goals for next time are to clear the decks for Pigskin Party. I hate calling it that. I think it's so grim. So yeah, that's my goal. I want to make some really good progress on my Leith cardigan and my August socks. This can't be the month that I let myself down. I've knit a pair of socks every month this year and last year and the year before. The pressure to knit these. But I have 3 weeks left of August, so, well, 2.5. So I will do it. It will be fine. I will just stop casting on things. So yeah, that's it. That's all. If you made it this far, thank you so much. You deserve some sort of prize. I don't know what that prize is. Well-earned pat on the back. That's what you get for sticking with this long, because my god, I cannot stick myself for this length of time. I'm going to sit in silence for the next couple of hours just to give myself a break from hearing myself. So yeah, not too much carry on from my Henry. That's good. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm going to go. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Look after yourself.